let's move on to the final team. Carlos, you are wearing it on your head.
I'm ready.
You are ready. The Tennessee Titans take Cam Ward with the number 1 overall pick from the University of Miami. You got a front row seat to this man all year long. And because me and you like to hang out on the weekends and share a few drinks and smoke a couple cigars and, ignore that we have families and responsibilities on the weekends, especially on Saturdays.
Not
We,
for
I
5 months out of the year. No, we don't.
yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Hey, I have a countdown going on in my house right now. My wife knows what's coming. So, but I saw Cam Ward and I fell in love with Cam Ward. I was super disappointed with the way that their season ended up, not going the way that I felt like we all thought it was going to be. But Cam Ward, the number one thing that I consistently hear and see because with this guy is there's no moment that's too big for him. He doesn't get stressed. He doesn't get frazzled. And that to me has got to be the biggest component when it comes down to being a rookie quarterback in the NFL. Like, if you are cool, calm, and collected, dude, it's going to slow the game down for you a lot quicker. You're going to be able to go through your progresses and you're going to have short-term memory because you're going to make mistakes as a rookie. You're not going to read the defense properly. You're not going to pick up on the blitz. You're not going to see, that. You're going to get some tunnel vision moments, right, where you throw a bonehead interception. It's bound to happen. It happens to the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL. But I think Cam Ward, with Brian Callahan there in year 2, so he gets his quarterback, right? Last year he kind of, piddled around and everything because he knew that he was going to be able to get Cam Ward this year. And now with Brian Callahan coming from Cincinnati, right, with Joe Burrow and having success with Joe Burrow, I think that this guy is going to, him and Cam Ward, man, I'm really excited for this team. Now, they did address the quarterback. They do have other issues and holes to fill on this team before I think that they are true playoff contenders. But I think that if they're patient enough with Cam Ward, they could really build around this kid.
Yeah. I'm a little upset with the schedule makers this year because Cam Ward has no primetime games. So we're not going to get to see this guy, which to me is asinine. Mm-hmm. And I don't think any rookie quarterback actually is on a primetime Thursday, Sunday. Like, there's no primetime games for them, so the whole world can see, which to me is got to be one of the stupidest things from the guys who made this. You can't throw this guy on a Thursday night. Maybe send him to Germany or something.
The Titans Jaguars Thursday night game that we always get?
Send him back to Germany. I don't know, London or something, but it to me it's ridiculous that he doesn't have a primetime game. There's probably watching the Cam up close. There's one thing that he'll have to clean up a little bit, and I don't know if he'll be able to, because he reminds me so much of he's kind of got that Brett Favre mentality. Brett Favre he's a gunslinger, man. He's through it. Nothing. Favre could throw 30 picks in a season. No big deal. I don't care. But they would still win. I don't think it's going to get a lot of the pressure because it is with the Titans. They're not a big market team. You don't see a lot of stuff about them. He's kind of even flying under the radar. We're not seeing a lot of him on sports shows, different things. So I think that helps him a little bit. And I think it fuels him. The one thing I know with Cam Ward, the guy works his ass off. He is the first one there. And some guys just have that where people follow. Like, they just like, he's the guy. We'll jump on board very quickly. And he's that guy, but he backs it up. Like, even the coaches said that he had every rookie offensive person 4 a.m. The coaches they didn't call it. He called them all. Get in here. We're getting here at 4 a.m. and we're gonna get some work done. And he's there, and he's there every day like that. So it's not just that one time. He works. He puts in the work in the weight room, film. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. I foresee him having a good year this year. I think that they did a very smart thing the Titans did. They got Calvin Ridley. They bring in Tyler Lockett, who can they can help him understand what the wide receivers are doing at this level. And they're smart enough too to know when to, you know, go left, go right, depending on, if there's option routes. And he's got Van Jefferson, and Cam loves to throw the ball down the field. So Van Jefferson, just go. So you don't even have to, what's your route? It's a go route. Go. And he'll figure it out. But the guy makes plays, man. He's like a combination of, Brett Favre slinging the ball around with a improvisation of a Pat Mahomes. And he's sneaky athletic, man. He can run the ball. But he doesn't do it. It's not part of his game. But he's like, if I got to run, I'll go run for a first down. But it's not like that's not on the forefront of his mind. His mind is go through his progressions, hit the receivers, get everybody involved. And I think the Titans offense, I actually, if that O-line can help him out and they can run the ball a little bit, he's going to have a really good year. And I think the Titans made a good choice here. I think they're going to like Cam Ward a lot.
And when you say run for a first down, you mean take a leisurely stroll through the park, right? Because that's what it looks like.
He does. He does. His arrogance and cocky level, it's through the roof. There's no short of confidence in this guy. He'll be on the sidelines. He's got a goldfish memory. 10 seconds. I threw a pick. I did. Gone. We saw all with the Hurricanes where he just made some plays. You're just like, what the F, man? Like,
yeah.
Thank God that you can rewind live TV, because I hit the rewind button a few times and like, how did he even know that guy? The Virginia Tech one where he's getting sacked 3 times and then shovel passes it to this tight end that I had no idea was even there, and the guy almost scores. It's just crazy. Like some of the,
and then he had the mindset to throw it to the ground when his receiver was on the ground. He was just. Yeah, that Virginia Tech game, I actually want to go back. We need to have. I'll come over and we'll just watch that game again, because that was an insane game, even all the way down to the end. To the controversial, was it a catch, was it not a catch? But I'm a big fan of Cam Ward, whatever you want to say. But I think that you're right. They did the smart thing. They got the rookie quarterback, but they left veterans all around him. Veterans who have been in the league, veterans who have been around really good quarterbacks. You have Calvin Ridley. He was with Matt Ryan, veteran quarterback, knew what he was doing, understood the game, understood how to develop. Tyler Lockett, Russell Wilson, understood the game, everything. Tony Pollard is in the backfield. He's a consistent running back. He's not going to, be top running back in the league, but he's also not going to be bottom of the barrel. He'll get you those plays. Even with Tajee Spears comes in and he has, little, burst of energy on that offense. And then of course Van Jefferson's been with a couple
Stafford. Yeah, he's got Stafford.
Yeah, he's been with some good quarterbacks as well. So I think that they did the perfect thing here. I think Brian Callahan is doing a really good thing in Tennessee, and I think that good things are coming, and they're just going to continue to build around this. Defense does need a little bit of work, but they have been building that as well over the last couple of seasons. So I really do like what Tennessee is doing. And honestly, if you're gonna try and take over a division, over the course of 4 to 5 years, this is the division to do it, because it seems like that they exchange, division titles, hand over fist here in this division. There's never a consistent top person here in this division. And I think Tennessee can start taking that crown, and they can be a real wrecking ball in this division if they build this the right way and if they're patient enough with Brian Callahan and Cam.
Yeah, and Cam's going to push these guys. Like, I feel like I believe he's already won that locker room over, and I think he's going to win it over very quickly if he already hasn't. And I think people are going to buy into him. But, Cam might be the one that showed us that Shedeur Sanders may be a bust, because if you go back and watch the footage of those two training together, he was always on Shedeur's case. Like, what do you mean you need water? We only been out here. This is only the first drill. And just on him. And Shedeur would be like, I'm the greatest. And he's like, I don't want to be great. I want to be legendary. Like, he wants Cam. I don't think anybody can tell this guy, like, his expectations are so high. I don't think you need to tell him like, "Hey, you need to work on this. You need to work on that." I just think he's that guy that's just going to do it. He knows I've got to get better at this, and he wants to be a legendary player. I mean, this guy came from he's a success story, you know, not be like a 1-star player and just moving through the ranks, and everywhere he goes, he puts up numbers. With Cam now, it's time to win. But I think they're going to win games there. I think this is a team that the defense plays well. I don't know. If this is a team that you asked me to predict their record, I have no idea with these guys.
I don't know either, and I know that we typically do it, but this division, I looking at everyone's schedules, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to I just want to talk about what I feel that this team has done over the offseason and kind of what to expect because none of these teams I can really predict their record. I think that Tennessee could potentially compete for second place in this division, and depending on health and everything else like that, who knows? Maybe they could be first. But this division it's still one of those divisions where it's like I think that the Texans are going to be the team to beat. It's pretty obvious, especially with C.J. Stroud and the success that he has with D'Amico Ryans and that defense. I mean, just unreal, right? I mean, so we'll find out.